50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wage, episode 524, presented by Viva Tequila Seltzer. A little more on them in just a little bit. But, Elvis, today is May 12th, 2024, and we have a series with the Knicks. They winded up winning Game 3. Figure, hey, you wind up making some shots. You wind up winning the game. But how you doing, kid?
I'm doing great. I want to wish a special happy birthday to my grandfather. He turned 82 today, so shout out to the legend. He's right downstairs. We're gonna celebrate him probably a little shortly after the pod. So I just want to give a shout out to my my grandfather, great man, Santos Guzman. Shout out to OG, triple OG, double OG.
Happy birthday. What is he? Gemini? Or no, not yet.
I don't even know. I pay no mind to that. But yeah. I'm a Virgo.
That's all you know.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
And
all right, kid.
I don't pay no mind to. I don't even know what's that called. What is it called?
Astrology.
But for everything that describes or so-called a Virgo, it's me. So there is some truth to it because what the thing says about a Virgo does describe my personality.
Makes sense.
So it makes sense. But I still believe it's mumbo jumbo.
Okay, we got a great episode. We'll recap the NBA playoffs. We got some NFL news. We got the lottery tonight. We'll see
live.
We'll see what happens. We got a great interview with Jonathan Davis talking all things NHL playoffs. We talk about the first round a little. I had to ask him about my Devils. We'll see what the future holds there with New Jersey. I gave us some picks for tonight and for the future, maybe the Conn Smythe as well, if you want to bet on that. We got picks for the baseball, NBA, and NHL. But, kid, let's start with the NBA. Celtics take Game 3 on the road. Much better shooting performance from them. They get one back. Game 4 is tonight. Can't lose it. I think the Knicks got to win tonight. They can't go back 2-2 to the TD Garden.
One thing I could say is, and I've been saying it for, I think, a couple weeks now. For some reason, I don't know the answer, but the Boston Celtics are a much better road team these last 3 to 4 years come playoff time than they are at home. I don't know why, but as you saw from games 1 and 2, they look great through 3 quarters. Flopped in the 4th quarter. Game 3 comes around in New York. They look phenomenal all 4 quarters still. So I wouldn't say it's a must-win game for the New York Knicks just because we saw how well they was able to come back from 2 20-point deficits. But at the end of the day, how many times are you able to do it? You know, heading into Game 3, I think the Boston Celtics had 80 minutes with the lead. The Knicks just had around 14 minutes. Clearly, the Boston Celtics have been the much better teams. The Knicks has just been more clutch in the 4th quarter. Yeah, I think this game does mean a lot. Like I said, it's not a must-win game for the Knicks.
Must win or can't lose?
I'm going to say y'all could lose it because at the end of it, y'all up 2-1. You know, y'all up 2-1.
But it doesn't feel like we're up 2-1.
It doesn't feel like it, but at the end of the day, this is how you got to move moving forward. All you got to do is win 2 out of the next 3 games. It's doable. 2 out of the 3 is going to be in Boston after tonight. So my thing, I give the Knicks a shot, though. I give the Knicks a shot, but I think you would even agree with me. And a lot of Knicks fans, I know it pains y'all to say this, but we can't deny that so far through 3 games, besides about 8 minutes in the 4th quarter, Boston Celtics has been the much better team.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think when they're hitting their shots, yes. I got a little analytical stats. Knicks second round in the last 3 seasons on TNT. We're
I saw that.
7-1 on ESPN. We're 0-8. So tonight we are
We're
on
gonna lose.
ESPN. Yeah, we're losing. So it's gonna go 2-2. Wednesday back in Boston. It's on TNT. So we're gonna go up 3-2 on
Like I said,
Friday.
tonight is not a must win.
So Friday back to ESPN 3-3. So the game's going 7, and then on Monday, game 7 on TNT. Knicks in 7. I love these fucking crazy stats like that. They don't mean shit, but it's funny to talk about.
At the end of the day, numbers don't lie. It doesn't mean much, but the numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, like I was saying, it's not a must-win game. It'll be great to go up 3-1. Absolutely, but I feel like the Knicks could lose tonight and the series ain't over yet.
Yeah, T-Wolves, they take game 3 on the road Saturday. I thought Golden State played much better without Curry. Jimmy Butler had a great game, but it wasn't enough. Shout out Draymond Green for knowing the spread and covering it. He said that. Outside of that, he has to be very careful, though. He can't get a tech because he's going to wind up hurting his team. But, yeah, they're up 2-1, but I thought Golden State had an opportunity to steal one.
Yeah, very unimpressive road win by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Give them credit, even though I understand no Steph Curry, you still was able to go into Golden State and win this game. Give them credit, but it was not impressive at all. Jonathan Kuminga, hey, welcome. Jonathan Kuminga had himself a game. I think 30 off the bench, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, 11 from 18 from the field. If Jonathan Kuminga could, I'm not saying he to average 30, but if he's able to be a complementary piece moving forward, I'm not saying Golden State is live in this series still, because I honestly think it's Timberwolves series to lose as of right now. It's gonna be tough to overcome without Steph Curry. But if Jonathan Kuminga comes along, Buddy Hield does what he was doing game 6 and 7 and game 1 just recently. If Jimmy Butler, like I said, if he gives you a 35-point triple-double, they're live any game. And then Draymond could give you more than 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 points. Maybe you could upset him a game or 2, and maybe Steph could come back for a game 7. To me, it's a tough task to overcome, but what I saw in game 3 showed me the Golden State ain't out of the series just yet. Doesn't look great for their chances, but this series is far from over.
Yeah, I think the X factor in this series has been Julius Randle, surprisingly enough. Took him a little while to get going, even in the season. It took him a while to get accustomed to things in Minnesota, but he's really developed into a nice postseason player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So happy for Julius Randle. Let's go to Sunday Thunder. They wind up tying this series. What an ugly game. I mean, the first half was
25 combined points in the first quarter. It's going to be an ugly game.
It was a tough watch. And it's not just like, sometimes we say, oh, we love old school basketball. Then it's like we watch that and it's like, I don't mind all the threes at that point. But yeah, it was a tough watch. It is 2-2. I still, Jokic could give you a 40-point game. Like, it could still win you a game. I think it's going to go 7.
Mm-hmm. My opinion on this, still. First, I'm going to give credit to SGH and I think Houston, right? Yeah. No, Wallace. I'm sorry. No, not Wallace.
Who?
Damn, I'm trying to see who hit those 2 threes at the end of the game. I think it was Jalen Williams. Yeah, Jalen Williams. Still, I got to give credit to OKC Thunder because that was a tough game to win. It was basically tight midway in the fourth quarter, and then SGH and company went on, I think, 8 or 9-0 run to really put the game away from like the 4-minute stretch to the end of the ball game. SGH wasn't having it from the outside deal, but when he needed to get the buckets in the mid range, he was deadly. He was effective. So I got to give credit for closing the game out in a very tough, hostile environment in Denver. Let's not forget, people, Denver really has a real home court advantage. So I want to give credit for OKC for coming in, playing a hard-nosed defense, and out executing Joker and Jamal Murray down the stretch. I gotta also critique them as well. Chet Holmberg hasn't really showed up this playoffs just yet, though. I think
he's scared.
I'm not gonna say the word scared, but the lights might be a little too big for him right now. just for now. Maybe next year he could evolve. Hey, maybe he comes back, gives you a strong game 5 or 6. But so far, I need a little more from Chet Holmgren. But other than that, I like what I've been seeing. But with Denver, Dill, like you said, if Jokic goes out there, like Jimmy Butler, he goes, I think gives you anywhere around a 35-point triple double. The Denver Nuggets are live any game, and I still give the Denver Nuggets a shot to win the series. Aaron Gordon has been magical. We saw him hit the huge game winner game 1, and then in game 3 we saw him hit that to force overtime. Aaron Gordon, you can rely on him, Dill. Both sides of the ball, you can rely on him. Michael Porter Jr., we understand he's dealing with that bad shoulder injury. Dill, 3 points, even with that injury. You need more from him. He's playing 34 minutes. If the shoulder's that bad, I understand, Russell Westbrook can't really give you that, and they don't really go deeper in the bench. But we need a little more from Michael Porter Jr. as well. If we get steady numbers from Michael Porter Jr., we see Braun keep doing his thing, and we see Jamal Murray step up just a tad, I think the Denver Nuggets have a chance to pull off an upset. Don't get me wrong, OKC, I think still minus 400 to win the series. I don't understand that, but I give the Denver Nuggets a solid shot to advance to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, they won. The OKC won Game 4, but Lou Dort has to be better. I know he's a defensive guy, but 6 points, 2 for 10 from 3, 2 from 10 from the floor as well. Got to be better, and I'm a Dort fan. Yeah, it's over for Cleveland, though. 129-109. They take a 3-1 series lead. X-rays were negative for Donovan Mitchell, but when he got out, it was a dub for them. But you got to give credit to Pacers. They're a fun team.
Yeah, definitely a fun team to watch. Shout out, like I said, got to give credit to Rick Carlisle. Looking like I'm not gonna solidify, but it's looking like back-to-back Eastern Conference finals appearances. That's got to give him credit, Dale. That's an accomplishment right there. Pascal, Miles Turner. I know Tyrese Halliburton hasn't really been consistent, enough, but he's been effective. Obi Toppin, Dale, your boy, had himself a game. 20 off the bench. TJ McCollum, 13. This is just a overall great performance from every man on this team, Dale. It shows that the Pacers, this is what I was saying, like, they have a shot to represent the East just because they could throw 8-man, 9-man rotation. And you have everybody on the starting 5 lineup could honestly give you 30. Any given night. I'm not saying they're going to do it consistently. I'm not saying they're going to do it multiple times in the series, but one night. Miles Turner could give you 30 in one night. Nembhard, Neesmith could give you 30 in one night. And we all know Tyrese Halliburton, he's been clutch this playoff so far. So I'm not surprised of what I've been seeing from the Pacers. I was just shocked that it was a 41-point lead at halftime. Not going to rule Cleveland out. I think they at least earned that so far, but it's going to be
over.
It's a tough hill to climb with Cleveland if Donovan Mitchell ain't close to 100% because we've seen that man average over 35 points a game in the first 3 games of the series.
All right, kid. Let's go to the NFL. Like I said, it is schedule release week. We do get our schedule. I think that's a bunch of bullshit, though. If I'm being honest, I don't think it's.
You saw the odds already for the like Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown minus 130. Saquon I think is minus 160. CD plus 140. George Pickens plus 260 or 280.
I think the Redskins got fucked. I think they should have played opening night against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a better game, but it's the Cowboys. I get it.
I agree with you. From performance-wise, possibly a better game. But what is going to get more viewership? What's going to bring in more money? And are they playing at they're going to be playing in Philadelphia's ring night.
Yeah, they're playing in Philadelphia.
Realistically, Dale, I understand his opening day is going to get a ton of eyes regardless. But it's going to be an extra 1 to 5 million viewership just because it's the Cowboys. You know it. I know it.
I got a little trivia for you. I like to bring the trivia for you. Since 2004, 20 defending Super Bowl champions have played the first game to open the season. Last year was the Chiefs beating the Ravens 27-20. Of those 20 teams, can you give me the record of opening night?
4-16.
No, it is
Am I close?
not at all.
Dang, I'm gonna go 9-11.
15-5.
Wow, I thought it would be worse because as a Patriots fan, we was getting smoked opening day consistently. We was getting
Yeah.
smoked.
So 15-5, and that includes last year when the Chiefs opened up the series against the Ravens. I thought they should have put Sunday Night Football, Dallas, Eagles, but I get it, and I think if you're a Redskin fan, you don't want to play opening night. Let Dallas play them.
Is there a Friday game again this year, like a Brazil game?
We're gonna find out this week.
Oh, tough. Hopefully,
I know the Jets were
hopefully better field conditions this time. But other than that, I would love to see Thursday night game, Friday night game, Saturday night game, Sunday full slate. That would be amazing.
I heard the Jets are rumored to be in London week 2 against the Broncos.
Bad matchup right there for the Jets.
Oh, I love the matchup. Justin Fields is going to go crazy. It's just a matter of time before the Jets
Did you
move
forget
to
how
London.
good Denver's defense was?
Yeah, I also remember what Zach Wilson did to them too. So,
okay.
And Justin Fields is way better than Zach Wilson. You lost
to them last year, right?
Yeah, that was with a trash-ass team. This team's different.
I love the energy. I love it.
Yeah, so even though I am a believer, I'm very high on Bo Nix. So yeah, we'll see about that. I am very interested to see what how it all lines up for kickoff. But we did have some news in the Bayou. Derek Carr announces his retirement. He said large part due to the rotator cuff injury. So now they got Spencer Rattler, Tyler Soap, the guy they drafted from Louisville, and Jake Hattner. Be very interesting. I guess who would you take right then and there?
Spencer Rattler, just because he has experience. But right now, if I had to make a bet, I would probably go with the rookie to start week 1, just because we saw Spencer Rattler. Yeah, maybe I understand what you were saying prior. It ain't that much of a jump from Spencer to Tyler.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think with Kellen Moore, he's gonna run a few things. He's gonna see what he got. If I had to make a bet, I think he goes week 1 with the rookie. But if I had to make a decision, I'd probably start Spencer Rattler and try to go with the first overall pick next year.
Yeah, they said they're gonna rotate the quarterbacks. Everyone's gonna get an opportunity, Kellen Moore said. But I would actually go with the second round kid from Louisville. Spencer Rattler and Jake Hattner are a combined 0-7 as NFL starting quarterbacks. Why you gotta do that? They are. These are facts. I'm not a Spencer Rattler fan, so I don't care. Now, if it was my boy Justin Fields, it'd be a little different. Here's a wild card. What about you start Taysom Hill? He's 7-2 as a starter.
But at the end of the day, what's the task? Like, what is your goal for the season?
Win football games. He's 7-2. They're 0-7. They give you no opportunity to win. Is that's not harsh? That's a fact.
No, I understand, and I see it. Taysom Hill probably will be the best option to go week 1 starting quarterback. But is your goal is to win games or
tank?
I'm not gonna use the word tank.
You know it and I know it.
I'm gonna just wink and say get a nice draft pick next year, possibly number 1.
If you're the Saints, now probably based on your answer that you just said, you don't think so. But if you're the Panthers and Kellen Moore and you don't like any of these options, say the rookie's not as good as you thought. We already know how bad the other 2 quarterbacks are. What about go and get your boy Kirk Cousins? He's still available.
That's my thing. If you're going out there and if your main objective is to win, let's just say 8 games or compete for the division, there's a guy named Kirk Cousins. There's a guy named Aaron Rodgers out there.
Ooh.
Aaron Rodgers is still available.
He did not win 8 games last year.
He did not win 8 games last year.
With a better roster.
But you're telling me right now, as the division is set up, I'll give Tampa Bay the best chances. But if you put Aaron Rodgers on the New Orleans Saints, I might have him third best odds to win the division.
Wow.
Might. Keyword is might.
Yeah, I think they might go with the rookie. We'll see how training camp goes, but start Taysom Hill. He primarily plays, he's the tight end, but 7-2 as a starter, he gives you an opportunity. I don't give a fuck what anyone
Honestly,
says.
I think you make a great case. I think the Saints are officially on Kirk Cousins' watch. Because
you have to be.
I know this was possibly a theory they had in Kirk Cousins. I'm pretty sure Derek Carr told them, like, yo, 10% chance I retire, draft a quarterback, you know? Now, Kellen Moore, if he doesn't like what he sees, let's just say come camp, like let's just say like July 10th, wouldn't be surprised Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers is in New Orleans coming.
Atlanta can't keep him on the books. They just can't. They can't.
Well, they can.
But why would you?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, if let's just say Michael Pittman Jr. doesn't have a great preseason, he could just always go back to Kirk Cousins and let Michael sit behind Kirk. And if Kirk's not performing at
not Pittman Jr., are you Penix
Jr. I said Pittman Jr. Oh, Colts.
Even though Indiana might be for a quarterback as well.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked if somehow Atlanta comes, you know what, Kirk Cousins the week 1 started come mid-August. Wouldn't be shocked at all if that happens, by the way.
Imagine, that'd be so fucking funny if they go, Michael Penix, not the quarterback. Yeah, we're gonna go Kirk Cousins. A little UFL news. The Battlehawks kicker, Rogerio Blankenship, former NFL kicker. Not to jinx him, but he's a perfect 16 for 16 to start the UFL season. He needs to get back in the league.
Yeah, he definitely will. And some team will definitely give him a shot. If let's just say he goes out there only missed 1 kick for the entire season, how a team don't sign him?
Yeah, we saw the Lions go and get their kicker, and he's money, 50-yard plus money. Forgot his name, but I think maybe it's Jake something. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Outside of that, UFL good week, bounce back 3-1. Michigan came back, but they didn't cover.
Yeah, we got screwed with Michigan, people, but I went 2-1, didn't win 3-1. So positive week. We're back in the green in the UFL. It's been a bumpy year so far.
Yeah, not the best.
Not the best. Definitely not 2024 season because we was rolling. Yeah. This year, some bumps in the road, but I think so far hovering around somewhere above 500.
Now, before we get to our interview with Jonathan Davis, we'll discuss the first round and everything up into there. So our NHL talk will be with our interview. But before we get to our interview with Jonathan Davis, quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We favored tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the NHL playoffs, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refresh your drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. And now, here is our interview with Jonathan Davis. All right, great interview with Jonathan Davis. We recapped the first round. Hopefully, we do get Quinn Hughes over here in New Jersey. We talked about that as well. So it was good to get him on, give us some insight, give us some betting trends as well to look forward to in the second round. And let's stay there. Let's stay in the NHL for tonight. We do have the first game, Carolina hosting the Capitals. They are up 2-1. We talked about it, Jonathan and I. I mean, Capitals cannot be this big of an underdog in the playoffs. I don't care if they're not built for the playoffs, if they need some help up the middle. Plus 230. It's too big. The value is with Washington. I'm going to tail him on the over as well. I think that is a good play. But he said if you like Carolina, there's no value on them, but maybe take Washington's team total under. That is kind of a way to get some value in the game as well. We also have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Oilers. The first first period over. It's just been a cash cow. It's 8-1 toward the over these playoffs, so I think we just got to blindly bet that. But he parlayed it with the total, the full game over. You could get that at -120. Anything you like here on the ice, E?
Yeah, Dill, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of liking Washington +1.5 in a favorite 3 words must-win game. Dill, give me the puck line +1.5 with Washington Capitals -108. Dill, I love the value +222 on the money line. I see +240s out there, so shop around. But give me the +1.5. I think they make it close. They gotta fight. Season's on the line.
Yeah, I also like the trend that he was talking about, how the team that winds up losing the next game, they wind up scoring first. He said it on the interview. It's like 31-17, something like that. But Capital score the first goal, you could get that at +145 as well. I like that. Oilers, like I said, over 1.5. I like the total over as well. He mentioned Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. His point, he's just been a monster, but target the assist. Over a half assist is at +135. I like that as well. Anything in the second game that you like?
To be honest, Edmonton has been real solid. Can't deny the Golden Knights still, but -120. I think the odds is telling you go with Edmonton Oilers at home.
All right, kid. Let's go to the NBA. Say right off the bat, I mean, us being bigger underdogs is just, I don't get it. +6, I'll take the points.
You just got smoked.
Yeah, but we're up 2-1.
I understand.
We shot bad.
Yeah, but they shot horrible games 1 and 2, and look how close the games were.
We were double-digit underdogs, and now we're 6-point underdogs. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll take the points. I'll take us to win. I'll take us to win as well. +207. Jason Tatum under 27.5 points as well, -115. He struggled.
That I like.
He struggled mightily just because OG Anunoby has been a major reason why. Through 3 games, Anunoby has matched up with him 119 possessions and has completely shut him down. Shot 2 for 10, committed 3 turnovers as well. He's been inefficient. 7 for 23 game 1. 5 of 19 for game 2, 8 for 20 in game 3. So 27. Unless something drastically changed, I think 28 points is a tough task. So under 27.5 points for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Dill. I like that play. I do kind of like y'all with the points. Like I said, I think the Boston Celtics doesn't have nobody's trust fourth quarter on. I'm gonna go what I went with the other day, Dill. It cashed. I'm hoping it cashes again. Give me the Boston Celtics first quarter -2.5 +106. Give me the Celtics first half -3.5 -104. At the end of the day, I think the Boston Celtics has shown us and everyone they're gonna show up in the first quarter and first half. They're gonna go into halftime with about a double-digit lead. Anything after that, I'm not too sure about, Dill. So I'm going to just stay with what I've been seeing and what's been consistent. Give me the Celtics first quarters -2.5. Give me the Celtics -3.5 first half.
I also like Karl Anthony Towns over 11.5 for rebounds. He's been dominant on the glass. He grabbed 13 rebounds in 21 chances in game 1. And he was in foul trouble. He followed that up with 17 boards. He had 15 in game 3. So he's just been majorly active on the board. So over 11.5 rebounds as well. Let's go to the second game. Golden State Warriors at home taking on the Timberwolves. Timberwolves laying 5. Total 200.5. I really want to bet Golden State, but I don't think I can. If anything, I would take Rudy Gobert. His first quarter rebounds, you could get 5. You could get 5 at +340. I mean, the value is there, especially he's been dominant early in games. He grabbed 5 rebounds in just 8 minutes in game 1, 5 in 9 minutes in game 2, and 7 in 10 minutes in game 3. So he's going to be on the glass, 5 rebounds in the first quarter at +340. That's the play.
I like it. Give me Golden State plus 5.5 at home. I think they're gonna show up. Wouldn't be surprised if they have a lead at halftime either. Kind of like them at halftime as well to win the first half. We saw great games from Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, and yet Golden State Warriors are just right there. I feel like if we get a little more productive game from Draymond, Kaminga does his thing. I think Jimmy Butler's gonna show up, and the supporting guys like Buddy Hill and everybody else just do what they do. I think they're live still. Steve Kerr is gonna draw up a game plan. They know they need this game. They go down 3-1 is over. They know they need to go 7. Steph, good chance he might be back for game 7. Who knows? I think it's still a tough task to ask a 37-year-old to come back from a hamstring injury in just a week and a half. But give me the plus 5.5. I think the Golden State Warriors make it interesting. They make it tight. I think Steve Kerr is going to show that he's really an all-time great coach. Give me the plus 5.5 with Golden State.
Let's fucking go, kid. I really hope you're right. I hope the dogs wind up scoring a lot and wind up spoiling here tonight and on Monday. Kid, let's go to the diamond. Let's try to stay high.
Real quick. I got plays for tomorrow. Just real quick to get it all. If Donovan Mitchell, as of right now, he's a game time decision. Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers minus 3.5 first quarter. They got to show up. They're going to be at home. The crowd is going to be behind them. You're down 3-1. You have to win the first quarter. Minimum 5 to 10 points. You got to win it by that. We got to see urgency. And I think we're going to see that from the Cleveland and the Cleveland crowd. Give me the minus 3.5 first quarter at minus 105. And Dale, you were saying it was too many points for your Knicks. Give me the Denver Nuggets plus 10 on the road. We saw them going in game 1, steal it. We saw them pull up an offset in game 3. Now you're telling me they're getting 10 after we just saw a 5-point game the other night? Dale, give me the Denver Nuggets 10 plus 10.5. If it gets to 11, smash the 11. I think Denver keeps it close. And to be honest, at plus 400, think it's worth a little sprinkle. Give me the Nuggets plus 10.5.
I'll say this on this series. I think the young legs for OKC have really helped them because they look a little old, Denver. So the quick turnarounds might wind up fucking Denver. But I hear you. Let's go to the MLB. Shorter slate here as usually on a Monday. I have 4 plays. I'll quickly run through them. Gonna fade your Red Sox. I cannot back Tanner Houck here. I am gonna take Detroit here on the money line minus 106 at home. Love Atlanta plus 108, getting plus money on a team that it can't just buy a win right now with the Nationals. So I'll take the Atlanta run line minus 105, minus 1.5 at plus 108. Let's fade the Yankees. Let's take Seattle here at home plus 134. The values with them. Yankees are the better team, but Seattle right now, I don't think they should be this big of an underdog at home. And then I'm going to fade both pitchers in Michael King and Yusei Kikuchi in the later game. Atlanta Angels and the Padres over 7. A little chalky at minus 120, but those are the 4 plays that I like for Monday. What do you got here on the diamond?
I agree with you. I'm not going to, bet against my Red Sox, but I can't deny I almost did. I do like Detroit. Like I said, I'm not going to bet against my Red Sox, but I advise people to look at the game. Detroit should be the favorite. That's all I'm going to say. I got one official play for the people out there. I'm going to take Tyler Mao with the Rangers. Rangers taking on the Rockies. I'm going to take the run line with the Rangers, minus 122. They're a big favorite over and they're sitting at 8.5. Rockies are done, Dill. One of the worst teams in baseball.
They're a AAA team.
I won't go that far, but they're not.
They have 7 wins and we're May 12th.
Yeah, it's bad.
They lost 21-0 over the weekend. Yo, they're terrible.
Yeah. Give me the run line with the Rangers, minus 122.
That shit's crazy. They fired their coach, too, by the way, and it was long overdue, if you ask me. But, kid, any last questions? Good luck on the lottery tonight.
Yeah, I think we have the 6th best odds. I know that might not sound great, but last year we saw the Atlanta Hawks, I think with the 7th best odds, win the number 1 overall pick. Dill, I'm telling you right now, if we end up with the number 1 pick,
it's up.
It's gonna be more than Cooper Flag coming to Brooklyn. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's stop it.
That's all
my guess. I think.
First overall pick. I'm gonna guess, Charlotte Hornets.
Mine is Washington. I think it's better for the league too if he goes there. He'll die out in Charlotte. I
Not
think
for
it's
nine. And you know who honestly I would like to see the first pick? I think Utah.
yeah,
You know,
Utah or
I got
Washington would be
I
mine.
got none against Utah. I got none against Washington. You know, I'm a little biased as a Nets fan, and me personally, I honestly think the first two teams, like best odds, are not gonna get it. I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Hornets, third best odds to win it, the lottery.
Yeah, I think I'm all for the Mormons, so I have no problem with Utah, Utah or Washington. Those are my picks for tonight. But
And not
kid,
for nine, real
yeah.
quick, I want to make something. If somehow the Pelicans end up with the first overall pick, Zion will be moved before the draft.
Wow. I love it. I love it, kid. Well, good luck. Enjoy the games. Thanks again for Jonathan Davis for coming on and giving us some insight. And yeah, good luck on all your bets, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.